Good afternoon. Today is November 11th, 2018. Today is Veterans Day, so let me just take a moment to say thank you to all of our veterans for your service and sacrifice for our country. God bless you and your families. Just wanting to give a quick update on the garden today. It's been a beautiful day. Most of October, not so much. It has only just now really been cooling off to where it's comfortable outside. I transplanted these outside about a month ago in early October. I think it was October 7th. So they've been out here for a month, and I had started them from seed indoors a month before that. I think it was September 9th. So these are 2 months old from seeds. And they had a rough start out here. Early October was unusually hot this year. This whole year has been extra hot. So they didn't really love it out here for the first week or two. They struggled a little bit, and they also got attacked by harlequin bugs. This is some of that kind of damage. I had picked off a whole bunch of maybe 20 or 30 of those harlequin bugs like in the week or two after I first planted them. There was a bit of an infestation out here, and I picked them all off by hand, and it's been fine since. I mean, I see a few damaged leaves here and there, but nothing major. Those harlequin bugs were living on my moringa during the summer, which I thought was kind of strange because usually they like cabbage and things in the cabbage family, which all of these are. So they love your kale and your collards and all of those in that family. But I was surprised to see them living on my moringa. And that's something I'm going to have to remember to try to kill them during the summer before I plant my fall season crops. Since they seem to have something to live on through the summer. So I'll just show each one. This is Tuscan Kale. It's doing good out here. I have some, this is one thing I didn't transplant. I planted these collard greens from seed a month ago. Right when I transplanted everything out here, I put some collard seeds in the ground as well. So those are smaller than everything else. In the back there, this is Ethiopian Kale. It's doing great. It's fine with the heat. It's been the most heat tolerant of all the things I planted out here. In the back there is some bok choy. It's doing well. More Ethiopian Kale. I've got some Swiss chard I planted in there that I also direct seeded a month ago, so it's also smaller than everything else, and it's actually getting kind of shaded out by some of these other plants. I need to cut some of the leaves away around it so it gets more sun. But that's more Ethiopian Kale in the back there. And then here's more Tuscan Kale. It's doing good. I've got a broccoli plant in there. It's doing good. And then this is red Russian kale, and it actually is not doing that great. I mean, it's growing okay, but it just the color is a little off from how it usually is. It usually gets kind of a darker purplish dark green color, but I think it's really not as heat tolerant as some of these other ones are. So I think when it gets a little cooler out here, they'll be happier. But it's just been so hot, they're not liking it at all. So, but overall everything's doing really good, and I mean, it's only been 2 months since I started these from seed, and I have more than enough greens now, so happy about that. And then in the background there, that's a bunch of sweet potatoes in a hugel bed in the back. I need to dig those up sometime fairly soon, in the next few weeks, I think. So we'll see. And I need to pull weeds. That's getting overrun with weeds. So that's a project for another day. But overall, happy with the greens and happy that the weather has finally cooled off a little bit. Hopefully it'll stay cool now and continue to cool down.